This activity is about looking back at the person you were with the information you have now. We all have times in our past which are memorable for being painful and difficult. What if you could go back in time and show that past version of yourself the love and empathy you needed during those hard times? What kind of advice would you give your younger self? How would you show up for that person, knowing better now what you needed then? Writing this letter might sound like an ineffective way to heal your mental wounds, but it can actually be highly therapeutic. We wrap up this week's theme on why we do what we do. This will be no different. Help yourself understand, firstly, why write a letter to your past self. For many, writing this letter can help with gaining closure, healing pain, forgiveness of self and others, gaining clarity, and even inner peace. Sounds pretty incredible, right? Now, how do we start? Honesty. Let's start there. Refer to your younger self as you and be honest with yourself. Choose an age of you to write to and stick to it. You can always write further letters to yourself at various ages. In fact, if you have a strong memory of a specific date, identify it. You might choose one immediately before a transition, for example, like going to university or a big life change. Write the letter to yourself to be received on that day, and write it as an actual letter. What should your past self look out for? What is the best advice you could give your past self? What would you tell yourself to get through some of the challenges that you faced? Show compassion and empathy to you. Tell yourself what you wish you had been told by someone else back then. Stay focused on one or two issues. Don't get too broad or you'll write a book. What are some of the main things you have learned since then? What type of people have helped you along the way? What type of people have made life harder? Who do you wish you had spent more time with? Now, once you're done, read the letter again. Does it sound right? It's okay to make changes. And once you are happy with your letter, you got a few options. You can put it away for a couple of days and then return to it. Some of you might prefer this, giving it some time and space to breathe. Or reflect on it right away. Reflect on your life as it is currently. Here are some prompts and questions to ask yourself. Of the advice you have given to your past self, how much of it are you following today? How could you follow the advice better? Are there some people or types of people you wish you had spent more or less time with? How can you change that now? What else can you take away and apply better to your life and your immediate future? Enjoy this exercise, guys, and have a good trip back to the future.